What's going on, everyone? Timothy here, aka SBF21, bring you the 15th season of the Sunnyshore Battle Federation. We have been accepted with the Orange Army Ogrepons to take part of it, and I believe this is our 5th or 6th season already in the SBF, so very happy to be back and very happy to be recording about it. We have been accepted into 2 divisions, the mono doubles and the singles division. Basically 2 divisions, and I'm going to be covering both of them today. What did I draft, what did I get, why did I get it, all that sort of stuff. I am going to double up in every video. Every video is about the singles and the doubles division. So video could be kind of long, not really sure. I have, like everything I do on YouTube, I have scripted absolutely nothing. So yeah, basically I'm going to be talking about what I drafted. And yeah, let's start up with the singles division. Yeah, singles division. And you have seen Volcanion, aka Age of Steam, was my first pickup for 12 points. And you might be wondering, why did you start with Volcanion? Singles Natdex division is like a normal division with stuff like Qianpao, Dragapult, all those kind of Pokemon. Why did you start off with Volcanion of all things? Well, there were 2 amazing Terra Captains I could have picked from. One of them was Volcanion, the other one was taken not directly before me, but just before me, and I was like, there's no way I'm gonna get shafted on the Terra Captains, so I wanted to pick up Volcanion as my first Terra Captain. We have 25 points to use for Terra Captains, so that means I have 13 points left for Terra Captain. And as every year, we have to declare which 3 Terra types we have to that we will be using on our Terra Captains. One of them has to be a stab type, so in case for Volcanion it's either water or fire. I went with water because, yeah, let's be honest, water is just an amazing Terra type. Fairy and ground as the other 2, so it's yeah, that's basically 2 pretty offensive types, because Volcanion is very offensive. It's a great special breaker with a base 130 special attack, but could also be a physical attacker with base 110 attack. Would have loved to see a bit more points in speed, of course, with base 70 speed, but it is what it is. Water Absorb is always nice to have that extra immunity, and also switching into water types moves while I'm a ground type. That's pretty decent, I guess. And it wasn't even the max amount of points you could spend for Terra Captain. Terra Captains go up to 13 points. So getting this for 12, kind of ridiculous. I've had it before in the Wet and Wild Draft League, and it was amazing there. I believe it was my my MVP that season, so yeah. I think I can do a lot of fun things with Volcanion as a Terra Captain. Even though it's locked into 3 Terra types, I don't really mind. Yeah. Next up we have my Mega Pokemon. Lola Montezda Megalopony. Yeah, after picking up Volcanion, I was content with waiting on my next Terra Captain, so I went with a physical breaker, as Volcanion is more of a special breaker. Megalopony, base 136 attack and 135 speed. With Scrappy, both the normal and fighting type moves that are stab for Megalopony will be hitting ghost types, so that's amazing. Basically everything the normal type Megalopony could has a hard time hitting, ghost types, steel types, rock types, Megalopony has no problem taking out. I with Scrappy, I don't think there is a Pokemon that is a safe switch in. Of course, max physical defensive Pokemon are still annoying to break down because it's Mega Lopunny, but of course you always have your answers for that. I think Mega Lopunny and Volcanion together can both be a very threatening combination to defend against. And yeah, basically I am very content with picking up Mega Lopunny for 17 points. Also, if you can figure out what my nicknaming scheme is for the singles division, let me know down below, because I did put some thought into it this time. Next up, we have Paper Cut the Scizor. Swarm, Technician, Light Metal as the abilities, 14 points. With Mega Lopunny, of course, I already have a Physical Breaker, and Scizor can fill that role as well, but Scizor is more versatile. With that base 100 defense and base 80 special defense, base 70 HP, it can also be a good defensive piece with only a single weakness in fire, which Volcanion, of course, heavily resists, so that combination is of course great. Both Volcanion and Scizor are defog users, so they can, if one can be offensive, the other can be defensive. The Scizor has recovery in Roost, has U-turn, which is great. Also stab U-turn. I mean, that's also nice. But yeah, mainly Bullet Punch, Technician boosts just are very yeah, something I wanted to use this season. In the Wet and Wild Draft League, Scizor and Volcanion together was a good combination. So I decided to pick both of them up again for, and for 14 points. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's a steal, but it's on the lower side of the spectrum that I would Scizor in myself. I would put him around 15 maybe, or 16. So yeah, 1 or 2 points discount could be the difference between a good or a great team. So who knows? But yeah, Scizor, yeah, like I said, only weakness fire, which is amazing. Next up, Dragon Force the Noivern. 10 points, and my second Terra Captain left me with 3 points for my last Terra Captain, but we'll get there when we get there. For 10 points, Noivern 123, a very fast Terra Captain indeed. Terra Flying, because I think Dragon is kind of overhyped and Flying is always pretty useful. So yeah, going for Terra Flying is great. Terra Normal, of course, because Terra Normal Boom Bursts with specs is just very fun to click, and always hard to switch in my experience. So I wanted to try it for myself. And lastly, Fire, because Flying, Normal, and Dragon have a hard time against Steel types. So if I expect a Steel type to be annoying for me, I can always go Terra Fire and deal with it that way. With Infiltrator, I don't really mind my opponent setting up screens, because Infiltrator ignores those. Frisk could be useful if there are matchups where I don't see screams coming, but I do want Noivern to give me intel on my opponent's sets. Frisk is very useful for that. Another U-turn user, so I have a lot of momentum at this point in my draft, which is always nice. Not really a breaker, but even though it has suboptimal offensive stats, 80, 97, with Terra, I know this thing can hit incredibly hard, so yeah, I wanted to give it a try, and I'm going to give it a try this season. Very excited to see how well Noivern will be doing this season. Next up, Pheasantipty, aka Poison, for 11 points. This is going to be my grounded Poison type, also a Fairy type. So I do have a Dragon Fairy Steel core right now, which is always nice to have. Great special wall, Toxic Chain and Technicians are both not top tier, but above average abilities to have. Let's put it that way. Toxic Chain, of course, giving you that 30% chance to poison a Pokemon when you make a move that does damage. So that's always nice to have a chance to badly poison your opponent. And Technician boosts those 60 base power or lower moves. Just like Scizor, basically. But Fezandipiti does not have priority moves, I believe. But there are a lot of fun Fezandipiti sets to use. With that high special defense, it's very annoying to deal with. And also it's pretty fast with 99 base speed. So a bit of a bridge from Noivern to Fezandipiti, but yeah, there's always a possibility to draft something for that. So, not all that worried about that speed gap right now. After 5 Pokemon, I have used up more than half my points, so I have to keep an eye on my points from this point on. But not after I pick up Bismarck, aka Delmice. 8 points, and I have a spinner. That's always nice. Because I have 3 Defoggers, Noivern, Scizor, and Volcanion. I wanted to pick up a Rapid Spinner because sometimes you put up hazards that you don't want to get removed, and when hazards go up on your side of the field, it's nice to be able to get them away. Therefore, Bismarck the Delmice is here. Grass and Ghost typing, so a Ghost type spinner is always nice because spin blockers are not... other Ghost types are not inclined to switch in immediately. If I go for a Ghost type move myself, I can take out your spin blocker right away and get rid of hazards after that. So a Ghost type's Rapid Spinner is always very fun to use. Another great attack stat, and defensively it can hold its own as well. So Delmice with its Steelwalker ability also having 3 stab boosts that it gets for both Grass, Ghost and Steel because of the Steelwalker. And just for 8 points, I think it's a very fun pickup to have. Aggron, aka Anti-Tank. For 5 points, I wanted to have something with immense defense. Well, consider it done. I have immense defense with Aggron. Just 3 weaknesses in fighting, ground and water. Those are pretty common types, but I think Aggron can handle its own. I wanted something that can set up Stealth Rocks, check, be defensive, check, and do more than just sit there and absorb hits. Well, it has 110 attack, so check. Sturdy is a great ability, so I can have a dedicated Stealth Rock lead with Aggron, which can be very useful against a team with not all that much hazard removal options, let's put it that way. Besides that, Rock Head will give me free head smashes without having to worry about recoil damage, and Heavy Metal for things like Heavy Slam, getting that max base power from it. But yeah, Aggron, for 5 points, I think it's a decent pickup to have. Espeon, aka the Clairvoyance. For 7 points, I picked up a Magic Bouncer. That's always very fun to use. Besides that, I have my base 110 speed Pokemon that bridges the gap between Noivern and Fezandipiti. So my speed tiers from this point on are not longer a concern for me. I have Megalopony, Noivern, Espeon, Fezandipiti, and things going down from there. But I do have my the Pokemon that ensures me that my opponents cannot run offensive natures but have to run speed natures. So that's always nice. Besides that, it still has a base 130 special attack, so this thing can hit like a truck. And yeah, Espeon, never used it before, so let's hope I can make good use of Espeon. With that, we are at 8 Pokemon, so that means there are 3 more to go, and with the last 3 picks, I was able to save up a little bit of points. Besides that, I still have 3 points left for 3 points. Yeah, 3 points left for a Terra Captain. So, with a lot of space left, I can go for 2 decently priced Pokemon and a 3-point Terra Captain. So my 3-point Terra Captain is not Rotom. Haha, gotcha. No, I wanted a Levitator. I needed an electric type, so I went with Rotom Wash. I already have a defensive water type, but water is just a great typing. Water is a type you don't mind having multiple of in a draft, so I do see I put on the wrong stats because those are not Rotom stats for sure. Rotom has 50 base HP, a low attack, defensively 107 for both physical and special defense, and 105 for special attack. Speed is around 86, I believe. So that's a nice bridge to Pheasantipity. Levitate, great. Only 1 weakness in grass. Well, I do have my grass resistances at ready. Dalmice, Pheasantipity, Noivern, Scizor, Volcanion. No, not Volcanion. But yeah, I have a couple of great grass immune resistances, so Rotom is definitely a good pickup for me. Could be offensive, could be defensive, could be support with Trick, Scarf Trick, or Specs Trick. With Pain Split, it can lower HP from my opponent's stat while keeping itself healthy. So yeah, 12 points left, and Rotom was a great pickup. So, after Rotom, I decided to go for Gastrodon. Like I said, you can never have enough water types. For 9 points, I got a Pokemon with... it was either this or Swampert during the draft. And I decided to go for Gastrodon because Gastrodon has more hazard support. It has both... spikes as stealth rocks, which is amazing because I did not have a spiker, and yeah, Gastrodon as a hazard setter is just great. Sticky hold, so it can only lose items by using Fling. Storm Drain for a water immunity again, while also boosting its special attack, which is for a defensive Pokemon not all that bad. Base 111 HP and 68 defense makes it decently defensive on the physical side, but 82 special defense makes it hard to take out on the special side. Like I said, hazards, great. I didn't have a ground type at that point, so I have my electric immunity. And yeah, even though it's a 3rd water type, I think Crop Killer can be amazing for this team. Left me with only my final Pokemon and my Terra Captain. Guslord, aka Mine Tile. I did not have a dark type, so I wasn't all that worried about dark type moves hitting me because I have Megalophony and Pheasantipity to take those, but ghost type moves are a bit of a problem. Megalophony could take them, but that still left me a little weak, so I went with dark type Guslord. It has amazing HP, so even though low defenses, if you have used Drift Blame, you know, doesn't really matter. Pump those defenses up and the base HP will take care of the rest. Mixed attacker, 101 attack, 97 special attack. Terras, dark, because I needed a dark type, so I'm gonna keep the dark typing. Steel and poison to take care of the fairy typings. Steel is good into the ice and the bug weaknesses, and poison is good into the fighting weakness that it normally has. So pretty defensive types, but still, Guslord, if it's gonna come, it's gonna do something nice for me, I'm sure of it. So yeah, that's the team with these stats. Especially my the left side looks amazing. Just 3 typings. That's clear. Not even red, just clear. And everything else is green, so every typing is covered well. A lot of black dots, so a lot of immunities, which is always amazing to have. Looking at the stats of physically, I am set. Especially, I can do damage. I have Volcanion, I have Espeon, I have Rotom Wash, I have... I feel like I'm missing something on the special side that should do more damage. Noivern. But still, Pheasantipity, Rotom Wash, good special defensive Pokemon. Besides that, with the high HP stat, Gastrodon and Guzzlord can be good in the special defensive part. My speed tiers look amazing, and looking at the squad rolls, I think those look fine as well. Only thing that's not amazing is my spikes and toxic spikes part. I can live with that, honestly. Removal, 4 defog, 1 spin, fine. Wall breakers, I have 5. And with Scizor and Megalophony also having strong priority. I don't really mind my opponent setting up speed, because I can hit them very hard with normal and steel type priority. So 2 ground types immunity, always nice. An electric immunity, a bulky water, I have 3. A grounded poison type, some knockoff, some fast taunt and encore, and a lot of momentum. So this is the team that's gonna have to do it for me in the singles battles. And so now let's move on to the doubles division, aka monotype for me. We have 12 rounds to pick up 11 Pokemon, and the first round is dividing who gets what typing. I was 8th, and I was left with the Fairy type. I think Fairy type is a very interesting pick, because Fairy is regarded as one of the best typings, but in a format like this, I'm also scared that a lot of my Fairy types will be sniped, so... double-edged sword for sure. Couple of things to know. In monotype, you can only draft regular Pokemon, no Mega type Pokemon. If you draft a regular Pokemon, you can always decide to Mega Evolve it. So every Pokemon that could be a Mega Pokemon can be a Mega Pokemon, if that makes sense. Also, Draftboard is of course updated to be for double battles. So Pokemon that normally would be a bit lower in point value could be a bit higher, like Incineroar being max points here, because Incineroar is like disgusting in VGC. If you don't know why, ask Wolfie VGC, he knows. But yeah, with all that intel going on, knowing now, let's see what I picked up first. So Mohawk, the Tapu Koko. For 17 points I picked it up because it has a... Oh, I think I forgot to put... Yeah, I know. I forgot to put up why I picked it. Fast screens to be for first, because 130 speed is amazing and it can set up screens. Keeping electric terrain away from the electric type coach is also not a bad idea, I figured. But besides that, it can be a mixed attacker with 115 attack with 95 special attack. And yeah, it has a lot of supportive options. A bit faster, and I do not post or show the weaknesses here because it's a fairy type. Come on, you know fairies are weak to poison and steel, and with secondary typings you can figure it out, but it will be a bit repetitive. So after Tapu Koko I picked up... Where? Oh, there it is. Autistic the Hatterene. Sorry. I named it Autistic because Hatterenes can go berserk when stimulated too much. Sounds pretty autistic to me. I can say it, I'm autistic myself. Hazards from my side of the field, which are not a big deal in doubles, but also bounce back status conditions and all that stuff. So magic bounce is amazing. It's a great trick room setter and sweeper with base 136 special attack. It can pack a very hard punch. With Nuzzle it can put Pokemon paralyzed and put them out of commission. And it has screens. Screens are big in doubles. You'll see. Next up, we have PD, the Mawile. As a regular Mawile for 16 points, yeah, I would be mad to pick up a 16-point Mawile, because who would pay 16 points for a Pokemon with a base stat total of 380? Yeah, not me. But in base form it does provide Intimidate support, which can be great. It can, with Hyper Cutter, ignore any Intimidators from my opponent. And with Sheer Force it could do some damage, but I did not pick up Mawile to go for Sheer Force. It does bring Stealth Rock if I want to go for rocks and punish switching a lot, but in the end I picked it up for Mega Mawile. Mega Mawile has huge power, so its roll compression, break stuff. That's basically it. That's the best thing I could think for Mawile. Base 105 attack. In combination with huge power, this thing can go berserk. Put it besides Hatterene in Trick Room with min speed. Yeah, there are few Pokemon that can really be living a Mawile attack. Next up, we have Fluff the Whimsicott. Yeah, I wanted Prankster. Basically, this is Prankster stuff that I wanted to use. Whimsicott, I wanted to keep it out of the hands of the Grass-type trainer. Prankster Tailwind, Prankster Defog, Stun Spore, Taunt, Encore, Switch Room, more. Yeah, what do you want? If I wanted to, I could also go for Chlorophyll Sweeps. Base 116, doubling that. Yeah. Of course, I could just go for Tailwind, but that makes it more of a supportive Pokemon. Well, I want it to be a sweeper, so Chlorophyll would be a bit better there. But yeah, Whimsicott is going to be, I think, my main supportive Pokemon. But there are a few Pokemons left on the team that could support me as well. For example, Bliss, the Togekiss. Seringrace Flinch is amazing, but it could go for speed control with Tailwind, status support with T-Wave, and yeah, like I said, Flinch Station. This could be supporter. This could be a supportive set with Tailwind and all that, but if I get Whimsicott's Tailwind up, clicking Air Slash is just very tempting to do, so yeah. Togekiss, also a Pokemon that could do multiple things. If I would ever be so mad, I also could go for a Hustle set with even 50 attack base with Hustle. I could. I mean, I could be so mad, so yeah. Next up, 17 points for Rihanna, the Diancie. And I hear you thinking, again, yep, we go for 17 points. It could be bulky offensive or full out offensive with base 100 attack and special attack. It could set up Trick Room, so for speed control it's amazing. And with Clear Body, it cannot get a drop in its stats. And after Mega Evolution, oh, there you go. That was not completely how it should have gone, but okay. After Mega Evolving, it's of course fully offensive, base 160 in attack, and special attack is amazing. And this Pokemon could go well in Tailwind. So yeah, I have a Pokemon with regular Diancie that could do well in Trick Room, and Mega Diancie could do well in Tailwind. I'm talking for a bit longer than normal, so yeah, I'm going to start stumbling on my words even more than I normally do. But yeah, 17 points. I have 6 Pokemon, and I have 21 points left for 5 more Pokemon. Oh dear God, what have I done? I've drafted very top heavy in this draft, but that doesn't mean the rest of the team sucks, because Iron Thorns is my Terra Captain, baby! For 8 points, I picked up a Pokemon that could combine very well with Tapu Koko. I can say, if I have my Tailwind up and I get a attack boost from the electric terrain, Iron Thorns is set to roll. Terra Fairy, of course, I have to, because I'm a Fairy type coach this season. With Volt Switch I can get some momentum, but mainly this is a very needed physical attacker. Besides Mega Mawile, I don't really have great physical attackers. Yeah, I do have Koko, but Koko, its physical coverage isn't amazing. It's normally run special, so yeah. Iron Thorns was the much needed physical attacker that I needed. So yeah, after Iron Thorns, I started to go for... Okay. For lower point Pokemons like Morgrem, the original Prankster. Prankster, Screens, T-Wave, Parting Shot, Taunt, Encore and more. Yeah, this is just a great supportive Pokemon. And with the Eviolite, it's pretty decent. And I have a Dark type Pokemon to block my opponent's Prankster attacks, if they might have them. So yeah, Morgrem for 6 points is decent, but picking up Grumpy for 5 points is even better. Having a second Pokemon with Intimidate is good. Again, a good physical attacker, or at least decent, that could go in Trick Room very well. And yeah, that left me with 2 points. I'm going very fast because I'm starting to notice I'm getting tired. We have Sticky the Swirlix, Sticky Webs, Unburden for 1 point. Yeah, why not? I mean, it's not gonna come to a lot of games, but if I need Sticky Webs, this is the Pokemon to bring. And we have Cleffa, Mini Mega for 1 point. Yeah, mainly because Friend Guard. I mean, look at those stats. 15 speed. Its highest stat is 55. So, yeah. Friend Guard, if I ever need it, I go for Cleffa. Otherwise, I'm good. But Cleffa is Cleffa. So this is the team for doubles. Hope you enjoyed it. Next week we start off with my first games. So let me know down below what you think of the teams. Should have drafted something else. Is my doubles team a bit too top heavy? Let me all know down below. Leaves me to say thank you for watching. Hope you have a good one, and see you all next week for the battles.